Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Disco Elysium. I could make a joke about these two having a romantic relationship because one of them's in the other or both, but let's move on from that. So, in the last Let's Play, we talked to the Dice Lady, and then we need to find some place to sleep because it's it's nighttime. Also need to change where I am. There you go. It's nice that it was seamless. I really want to find enough stuff so that I wouldn't need to use Kim Kataragi to, help me. I want to be an independent sheriff. But, yeah, my 19.4 real, which you can't see right there, is very meager compared to the 130 real we need to stay a night there. Oh, right, we should probably talk to him first.
Yes?
Oh. Okay, do we just go here for the caps?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
Honestly, that sounds like an amazing physics demonstration.
A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, because some official person, bleh.
That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back.
Yeah.
No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cop with spinners. That would be outrageous.
Outrageously cool.
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
As I said, they are useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these earlier.
At some point I want to replay this game as a super cop. Unlimited money, unlimited stats, I mean, I see memes about this game all the time, so...
Yes, the Bird's Nest Roy, near the canal. We've been there. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
What's this?
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
No, that's enough fun with the fog.
Okay, sorry. Let's get going. Super Cop to the rescue. Where am I? It was right over here, right? Okay, yeah, it was. Tab. It's been a hot minute since I played this game because I was reluctant to sell hubcaps.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here?
He looks like his mouth is sewn shut.
The pawn shop is always open.
Okay, he definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer. Looking at his wares, talking to him, That might give you more clues.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have. I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything.
Can't say I'm a huge admirer of wild pines, and I can't say I trust any silver-tongued spokesperson of theirs. Fortunately, I have no reason to get involved. No, just people like that make everyone else see the world somewhat askew, at an angle that is convenient for them. Now, you have more questions, or are we? He's been by the shop a couple of times.
There was something awfully deliberate about that laziness.
He tried. Wanted to come to some mutually beneficial agreement around my dealings with the dock workers. I politely declined to hear him out.
And we're talking about the union boss? Why would the union boss be against it?
So you don't know what kind of arrangements he was talking about?
As I said, I refused to talk to him. That's why he came back a second time. That's also why he hasn't come back a third.
I would hate to be in an area that small.
They weren't the most pleasant interactions. Small town bigwigs always want everyone to play a part in the play they're staging.
Yeah.
But I bowed out at some point. I prefer to watch from afar while the bigwigs come and go. He purchased a remarkably garish paperweight the first time he was here. Nothing the second.
He nods reluctantly. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Ah.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God.
I know that feeling. Not so much pawning something, but just being like,
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
So, somebody that wants to be a cop, but terrified?
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Just that one.
Yeah, it's not good. I do hope we manage to clean this mess up somehow, while also keeping our focus on the murder investigation.
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Okay.
Of course.
Yay, experience. Do I just pawn it here or what?
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
What's that?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Sorry, cop? I'm sorry, I'm not sure. You cop.
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
No, but what if I was super cool?
Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the Advanced Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go.
Apocalypse Cop?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super, super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual copo type from sorry to anything.
Fucking they should be sorry.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance.
Oh, it's probably because I was saying sorry a bunch.
Wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then.
So, hold tab, look at things.
Typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps. The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Yes,
Do we have a living
officer.
room?
As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
Jesus.
There's also the matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
Okay. Don't know I'd want it.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb. Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning.
Wait, does he... I'm just trying to think of how somebody would ride a horse with two swords.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy. Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar. I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm a fan, but I do think the Hjelmdalaman saga is an integral part of our shared reality. Most people don't think that the man from Hjelmdal really existed, but they're wrong. I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
It's for the best, because Hjelmdal is not a real place, and thus he could not have gone there. His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting.
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
But why?
Maybe.
are dealing goods, not services.
What shivers? Maybe later. But like, how do we pawn stuff?
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are...
I still need to sell stuff. I've forgotten how to do that. Do I just put it somewhere? Fuck, I'm stuck in the inventory.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here?
Okay. Use hubcaps on man. Maybe I need to hold them in my left hand? On my gloves? Please, man.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here?
feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street. A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
That's like the irises or just the whiteness? Because if it's the whiteness, that's liver damage.
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature. Pyrrolidon is just something since the People's Power disaster. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. Had to take it for radiation sickness.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance, a primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile. Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West. Needless to say, things didn't work out. An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized, tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
Sucks.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could. No one's. Everyone's.
Sorry,
A bunch
man.
of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
On a side note, I know that NG Transfer Partners has a pipeline, North Houston, where I live, and that made a huge fire. Just saying. Also, the same people that did the Dakota Access Pipeline and brutalized Native Americans. Nina.
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
So, I mean, do I have a demon core right there? Shot, put, ball. I have quite a few not cheap things. Especially whatever the fuck that is. It's like that thing from the thing, but still. So, I'm gonna tab out because we have one thing to do, which is sell the hubcaps. How to sell hubcaps. No. Speak to Joyce. Kim will help you out. But okay, but it's like, how do I physically do that with the guy? Whoa. What's going on here? Because the main character's having a dream. Spoilers? It's like, I'm literally at the place. How do I sell the thing?
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I want to sell you hubcaps. Oh.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
It was grayed out.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump-a-mesque banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
Nice.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course, I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
I'll try not
The
to.
rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time,
Yeah. I at least want to close that thing out. And then have a place to sleep, and then we'll enjoy the nightlife?
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? Well?
I'm not gonna say sorry because that's my mind doing it.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
I mean, in America, cops don't pay for stuff, you know? So, how's our time? Is this guy? Apparently not. These are just people. How are these just people? Just hanging around. Eh?
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon? Maybe lime? Maybe who cares? Just rum?
It do be like that sometimes.
The worker is in a deep slumber. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
I mean, would that hurt us?
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
I mean, eventually, like, I've worked on a ship. You just kind of get used to it. It's not the ship that is the problem. The ship is the easiest part. At least for me, it's the people, you know? Like, if people are talking stuff, like, I always had earplugs, but it's like, as long as the thing that is most disturbing about a ship engine's room isn't when it's, you know, going and going loud. It's when it doesn't go and then you're like, are we in port or what?
You see a heavy...
Maybe I could ask him, Kitsragi, what's
Yes?
we do? Okay. Can we do a thing up here? I know it looked like a hobo, but still. Well, I think we feel like we got other stuff to do, so we'll be going out into the night. But that's going to be the end of this Let's Play, I guess. So, please comment, guys. I like comments, damage you like, dislike. Tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out every step grow. And please remember to spay near your animals to help control the pet population. Now that we've paid for our, you know, living space, that seems good. And nobody's around here. But that's around here. So, until next time, me, GamerWolfSix of Elysium. So thanks and see ya. Nina.